Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you my February bullet journal setup and my January flip through. I only started bullet journaling like literally this year because when I started YouTube I'd literally never heard of it before, and then I saw those people making videos about it and I was like, what is this? So with a little bit of research I have decided that I was going to do it for my New Year's resolution, and I started in January and now it is basically February. It's February the 1st today actually. I'm basically showing you what I have set up for February and what I did in January. And I'm relatively new to this, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm sorry if it's bad. And also I'm using an old art sketchbook for this because why go out and spend like £15 on a notebook when I've got this at home lying around. It's got good paper, it's really thick, and I have literally no issue of using this. So but yeah, I'm going to be showing you a flip through of January and then what I have done for February. So let's get started. So this is it up close, and I just cut out the front page and I tried to make it neat but it failed, and I wrote my name here and I wrote 2018 because obviously that's the year. And then I started off the year with just a calendar of like the year, so I know what day every date is. So if I ever want to know what date the 17th of June is, I can come and find out. And I have started like underlining here, you can see like certain colours of what I'm doing over those dates. So I started off, I also did a video idea thing here, I don't know why because it was really random. And now I'm doing books I've read, so I haven't read anything yet, so I just wrote Gone Girl because that's what I'm reading now, and then I put a little tick box next to it for when I'm done. And yeah, so I'm going to show you January now, which I started off with this kind of ugly looking starter page. So I did a finance tracker and I'm just covering this up because I just feel like it's kind of private. But basically I have 3 columns, one for the money that I spend, one for the money that comes in, and then just one telling me where it came from. So I basically just went down and wrote what money I spent on what, and at the end of the month I am going to write down how much is left at the bottom. I haven't done it yet, but I just think it's interesting to go back and you can be more aware of how much you're spending in a month, because I never really knew how much I spent. So this has been quite interesting and I haven't been as bad as I thought. And then here I've got my habit tracker, and this was the thing that was like appealing to me most because I just think it's so interesting. So I just basically did all the days and then loads of little habits that I wanted to do, and you can pause to read them if you want. And then I just every day went through and crossed off what I had done, and as you can see at the end I literally drew a grid on so that I could just do it properly. And as you can see, I really don't revise that much, guys, I promise. And all the pink ones make it look a lot more bulky than it is, but that's all in my freeze. So I can see from here that I have no issue of not spending, and I usually take 5,000 and 1,000 steps, and I usually read. And then the rest is a bit of an issue. And I put wash hair in here because I can never remember how much I've washed my hair, like when the last time was, so I just like to be able to track it on here, which is pretty good. And then down here I just wrote like ideas for next month. So on the vegetarian thing, I noticed that I was eating like 2 out of 3 meals were vegetarian every day for literally like 2 weeks straight, and it was really irritating not being able to tick it. So I decided that I was going to do a 2/3 veggie column next month. And then here I've just got my video plan, which is so useful because I always forget what I'm uploading, and it's just so useful to be able to organise it. So I can organise all my collabs in advance and just work out what I'm doing. And this has allowed me to upload way more as well because I actually know what I'm doing, and then I can organise it. So I have my upload column and then I have my film column, and you'll recognise a fair few of these videos, I'm sure. Okay, I've covered this up as well, but basically this was just a little thing, and I wrote things I enjoy / I'm proud of myself for doing, which is a bit cringe, but basically down the side, every time like I was sitting down, like filling it in, and I'd had quite a good day, I'd just like write why I'd had a good day and like what made me feel like happy that day. And it could be really big, it could be really little, it doesn't matter, but it's just interesting to read back and say, oh my god, on the, I don't know, the 17th of January, I don't know, had a really nice lunch or something. But it was just like little things. I'll read out one of them to you. So on one of them I said, yay, I got till trained and I got up at 6 and was actually productive for once in my life. So it was just little things like that, and it was just like interesting to read and like reflect on. And then here is February, and I'm going to show you me filling it out just now, but I'm just going to quickly say that this I actually forgot to film, but basically I just wrote February, I did some washi tape and drew some stars, really not anything difficult. So last month I had a pink theme, and this month I decided to have a turquoise theme, so I went for my turquoise mild liner and a black Muji pen and just like your bog standard ruler. So I started off drawing out my YouTube video planner. So I just drew a little title at the top and drew the days of the month downwards. And February is good because there's only 28 days. And then I referred to the calendar at the front just to work out which dates were which days. And then next here I am moving on to my habit tracker. I forgot to fill my finance, which is the one that's on the other page, but I drew the dates down the side, and then I started writing out the days, and then I moved on to the habits. So I referred back to my old habit tracker so I could like do it in the same order so that it's more consistent. So I did all my study ones, and then I added in the two-thirds veggie one, literally can't speak, and then I started drawing grid lines so that I can plot it more easily. And then next I moved on to my dates section, so I could just write out key dates, and I'll show you all of these in more detail in a minute. So then I just wrote the weeks and the things that were happening during those weeks. Okay, so the first month of February, well, the first page of February, I basically just wrote out what I'm doing that month, like dates. So I know I'm going on my DV day walk, I know I've got half term and I'm going away to Brighton, so, oh god. So I just wrote those, and I'm going to write the dates and when I get them, and I just wrote out week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and then I'm just writing down what I'm doing that week, like what my plans are, so that I can like remember and organise it a bit better. So I've started with week 1, and that's what I'm doing this week. It's really not interesting, but so that I know I'm doing something every day. And then here I've just got January's video plan. I mean, basically the same. No, this is February's video plan, but it's the same as January's, but I'm obviously covering it up, so there's no spoilers. But yeah, it's looking good, by the way. I never actually filmed me doing these because I did them ages ago, but I did a list of things to do when I'm bored. Because I think I was watching one of Ruby Granger's videos and she said make a list of stuff to do when you're bored so you don't end up sitting around on your phone or whatever. I think that's something along the lines of what she said, so I made a list of stuff to do when I'm bored. Feel free to take a screenshot if you need one as well. And then Jade did a video about what to do when you're stressed, and to be honest, I don't get stressed easily. Like, I'm not a stressy person, I'm just like, yep, it's fine. But I thought it would just be a good little thing to write, so like the days when I've got a lot to do and I feel like I haven't done any of it, I can do one of the things on this list. Feel free to take a screenshot. And then my last 2 pages, I've got my finance tracker, so it's the same as the last one, and I did a little balance at end. And I prefer this one because it takes up the whole page and it's just like nicer written. And then finally I've got my habit tracker, which has got mostly the same stuff on, but I added 2/3 veggie just there. And then I've got all the lines drawn out. And I think this one, I forgot to film it, and then this one it cut off halfway through. A lot of this got cut off when I was filming it, so I apologise. But yeah. That is basically it. And after that, oh yeah, and I've got highlights, so basically the date and then the thing that made me happy or thing I was proud of myself for doing that day that I'm going to write on this page. And then this can be for March. So yeah, that is basically it, and my phone is completely out of storage, so I'm going to end the video here. Bye!